y'all? It's the Mental Ninja. Signing on right now. I want to talk about. I just did the Batman Complex little video, like 15 minutes long. I hope anybody liked it. One thing I want to say is that in my videos, basically, my friends and people I know, they tell me like, man, bro, you should like have your own YouTube channel, man. You fucking have all these ideas, you have all this stuff in your head and stuff. And some of my brothers, they're like, man, you should spread your light and stuff. You should put that stuff on paper. You should write. I got a good friend of mine. He's a professor at UNLV. And he's like, man, you should write a book. I would read your book. Other people like, man, you should be a comedian. Oh, are you a rapper or this and that? It's like, I'm really just a man. I'm a person. But I do like to think. I do like to fucking balance one thought with its opposition and marriage the two, because the marriage of the two is the destruction of illusion. That's Aleister Crowley, however you want to say it. And for those that are against that, just a name by itself and like the quote, forget the names, like the quote. So I did the Batman complex. Next, I want to talk about the Wizard of Oz, right? So I kind of have a thing like with the hero journey, the Jordan Maxwell thing, that maybe each and every individual that's alive, that's ever born, is the hero of their own story. Okay. So how I'm gonna correlate this with the Wizard of Oz is you have the main character who is Dorothy, right? And she's in black and white. Her life fucking sucks, living on this fucking farm in flat ass Kansas. You know what I'm saying? I guess there's obviously there's no curve in Kansas because the flattest place in America. Flat Earth joke, anyway. So there's this tornado comes around and shit and fucking takes the house and takes her with the house and shit. And she wakes up in fucking Oz, and the house lands on the fucking Wicked Witch and everything's in color, And the whole idea, I think, of showing black and white and then transitioning into being whisked away in this tornado, like a wormhole or something, the transportation device into the unknown, into the chaotic, by these winds and stuff. It's like the abyss, and dropping her off in this fantastical, realm or universe of color and stuff is kind of showing things that maybe we're thinking in a very linear black and white life or perspective, excuse me. Maybe there's something to this colorful land of Oz, right? So, as the story goes, she is set on this little quest to get back home. And the only way she can get back home is if she follows the yellow brick road, which spirals out like the fire golden ratio, all the way out to Oz, the Emerald City. Now, there's a lot of symbolism in the whole thing. It's like a fucking purely occultic, esoteric movie. It's a beautiful movie. It's a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful way to allow us to suggest to us to think outside the box, outside the norm, to question our reality, or for all sense and purposes, really engage in and really love this storyline and stuff. However, I do feel that there's something that taps into the soul, into the innermost aspects of the individual or the people that are observing the story that we identify with. That we identify being like in a mundane, black and white, boring, dry, basic, farmy type, life, and that we dream and wish to have this great adventure, this great, purposeful, meaningful adventure that give us, a sense of healthy experience in our life. I do believe that everybody's searching for that meaning. I believe that we are all born into this world, this realm, this existence to find that meaning, And so along the yellow brick road, she gets the little red slippers, the ruby red slippers by the queen of the east, the witch of the east, Glenda the Good Witch, whatever her name was, She defeats the last witch and stuff and has to go battle with her sister, the Wicked Witch of the West and stuff, and so along her path, she meets the first character, which is the Scarecrow, right? The Scarecrow is like from where she's from a farm, crop, hunter-gatherer type shit, We just fucking we just farm the land and, and plant crops and grow it and stuff. And the Scarecrow's stuck. stuck on the fucking, on the, on some woods, on some cross, right? Pigeons or the fucking ravens are chipping at him and stuff, you know. And so the scarecrow wants to get down. He wants to get out where he's at too. He wants an adventure too, and he wants something. She wants to get back home. He wants a fucking brain. You know, he's tired of being dumb and unintelligent and not having the ability to think, to not have the ability to question, to not have the ability to have an imagination. You know, even though he's living in the imaginary world, he's like a reflection of her own self, her own innermost self, and her own deeper wants and feels of what she thinks a meaningful life could be. And like, here it is, the scarecrow. And so, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you to get the fucking brain, nigga. Come with me. I'm going to see the wizard. He can fucking fix all this shit. And again, with the wizard, like, as far as it's like the saving grace, the saving deity, this Batman that'll rescue you, this Spider-Man that'll save you from before you hit the ground, this Christ-like being idea that will redeem you back to, you know, from your wherever you're at and stuff, and give you this genie character. You know what I'm saying? This Michael Jordan's going to save the day and hit the game-winning shot, you know? This reliance on a power greater than ourselves, you know? This hope, this ultimate hope that somebody can fix all this, right? And again, they're on this path, the Golden Yellow Brick Road. So as they both journey together, skipping, singing the song, follow the yellow brick road, you know, and they come into the woods and stuff, with like these weird ass looking trees and stuff. And there's this cottage, and outside the cottage, this fucking Tin Woodsman guy. He's made of metal, and he's fucking stuck. And he's stuck too. That's crazy, right? She's stuck, the scarecrow stuck, and the Tin Woman's stuck, and he's all fucking solid stuck, rusty stuck. So he's like, grab the fucking oil can, you know, and she helps him. You know, it's funny because there's a trend. The Munchkins and the Good Witch, you know, help her to her path. She meets the scarecrow, helps him off where he's stuck to her path because she's stuck, he's stuck. And then they meet the Tin Woodsman and they help him get unstuck as well with this oil to loosen him up, you know, to stretch his brain for the, you know, whatever. So he's talking about, man, I need a heart. I've never fucking had a heart to love. I see everybody else loving. You know, the scarecrow's like, I see everybody thinking. You know, the Dorothy side, I see everybody living, and I'm just not living, and I'm just not thinking, I'm just not loving and stuff. And of course, the scarecrow's like, hey, I'm going with Dorothy to see the wizard, the great grand old wizard. He's gonna fix all our problems and stuff. He's gonna give us our uttermost heart's desires. He's like a genie, you know. He can make it happen. You know, and the Tin Woodsman's completely sold on this idea. He's like, well, let's fucking go. Hell yeah. You know, and what the Tin Woodsman's already found is he's found fellows. He's found some people that have the same wants that he has. Freedom to get unstuck. He's not alone, you know. And the basic human need is friendship, is fellowship, is another human being. And for the scarecrow, the basic human need is to bounce ideas, is to think with other people, put our heads together and stuff. And for Dorothy, the great human need is to experience, to have a journey, to have an adventure. So, you know, these three are all together, you know, through this fucking journey. And, you know, they go on and they fucking run into the, you know, of course, the Wicked Witch pops up. Bah, you know what I'm saying? And to throw some salt in the game. She a little hater and stuff. She don't want to see them win and stuff. She don't want to see them, you know, and, you know, poor Wicked Witch, man. She probably ain't had no dick in a long time. She probably never, you know, who knows, you know what I'm saying? But, like, she's not really having a good time either. She's pissed off. She's stuck. She's stuck in a bad attitude, you know what I'm saying? And she wants to see everybody else stay where they at, you know? And she got all these fucking little monkeys. Monkey see, monkey do. And they don't look happy. They flying around causing mischief and shit. Slapping shit off the pedestals and stuff. You know, they want to help her see her heart's desire, which is everybody to be miserable as she is. This big, long-ass nose and bump on it and stuff, you know. She might have been bad when she was young. I don't know, man. I wonder what she looked like, man. She got a little ass or something, you know. Just joking. But, you know, so she pop up every once in a while to throw salt in the game, to trip him up, you know, give him the super villain. You know, you got the enemy, you got the Jesus, you got the Judas character, you know, you got the Neo, you got the Agent Smith character. You got, you know, Luke Skywalker again, you got Darth Vader. You know, you got positive, you got negative. You know, the two polarities. You got man, you got woman, you got sun, you got moon. You know, then you got day, you got night. You got awake, you got sleep. You got hungry, you have full. All right, so I know kind of went off on a tangent, but I'm just bringing shit together. So as they continue further, they're in this scary ass jungle, right? And they're all walking slow, looking around, hearing fucking sounds and shit. And then the famous, oh, the lions, the tigers, the bears, oh my, and stuff, you know, just to add to the that they're afraid. You know, they're in this fucking dense jungle and stuff, you know, and so they come across this fucking lion nigga, you know, and this lion nigga ain't really too fucking scary. He's actually really fucking like a bitch. He's really like fucking scared and shit himself. So they tell him, you know, he's like, I need courage, man. I need courage, man. I don't have no reason. You know, I'm afraid all the time. I'm in the jungle. I'm the king of the jungle. I'm afraid all the time. I'm fully capable of accomplishing all my goals, but I'm so scared. And he's stuck. He's stuck too. The Tin Woodsman stuck in his Tin Woodsman, you know, with no oil. The Scarecrow stuck on the fucking wood. Dorothy's stuck in Oz. And this is the thing. This is the common element that brings them all together. Is they're all stuck. One needs to get home. One needs a brain. One needs a heart, and the other one needs courage. And these are all aspects of the human condition. The thing that I myself go through. You know, when I'm challenged, and I don't know what to do and stuff. When it's like, you know, I'm a commissioned worker. When I want to go to work, and I'm scared I won't make no money, so I'm scared. I'm frightened to even move. You know, like a deer in headlights. You know, and to have that courage to continue. You know, and so all three, they got these four characters that they go to see the wizard and stuff, you know, and then the bullshit with the witch pop off and she try to fucking hate on, you know, she always pop up to hate, to throw salt, and she's the obstacle, you know, and she's the obstacle outside of the obstacle because their original obstacle was their stuckness. And so as they find fellowship and they find like-minded people or individuals that are kind of trying to break free from their calcification. They're trying to break free from their matrix. They're trying to break free from their I'm nothing, I'm nobody, life sucks. There's no purpose, there's no place, there's no meaning, you know, nobody likes me. They're trying to break free from that. So these four individuals, you know, and the dog, and the little dog too, are all on this great, beautiful quest to find their purpose and stuff. And they all have an idea of what it is that they think they need, when what they don't realize is that they need each other. We need each other. I need other people to help me achieve my greater work, my greater good. You know, I can't do this by myself. As a man in recovery of Alcoholics Anonymous, I know that I can't do this by myself. You know, and I can go deeper into the esoterics of like self implies other, and I imply you, and up implies down, day implies night, like I did earlier, you know. But so eventually they get to the Emerald City. Now there's a thing about the Emerald City, and this is a correspondent to like and I'm gonna drop the word flat earthers and stuff, you know. I am a geocentrist, flat earther, aka type thing too. You know, my beliefs go a little bit deeper though. I believe that that's just a way to get you to think outside the box, to question your reality and stuff, you know. And it's kind of funny because Dorothy had this lingering question in her mind, like, this ain't fucking life. It's all black and white. It's all desert farm and shit, you know. And she, you know, dare she dream, you know. She wakes up in Oz. The Scarecrow was like, there must be more to life. There must be something I can think about. And he doesn't really know. He's thinking about shit. He thinks he needs a brain to do it. The Tin Woodsman needs to find love, and the idea of love is already there. You know, the lion needs courage. And it's funny because it takes courage to say that you don't have courage. It takes a great humility, a great, you know, courage and strength to admit that you can't do it by yourself and you need help, you know. And so the Emerald City corresponds with the center, where everybody's headed to the center. And what's in the center of, what's in the true north? In the north is the green lights, the Aurora Borealis and stuff. And wherever you see green, you know, it's alluding possibly to this idea of like this astral light, you know, this greater encompassing spiritual representation. And it shows up as green, life. Grass is green, trees are green, money is green, and money is the way we make things happen, the way we are able to obtain things. And yeah, money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all kinds of evils. People doing evil shit is the root of evil. I ain't never seen a dollar bill fucking jump up and slap a nigga in the face and run out the store with a fucking case full of beer. But I have seen people slap other people in the face while running out with a case full of beer because they couldn't pay for this shit. So it wasn't money that's the root of, it's the lack of money that's the root of all evil, or the lack of, ethic work, drive, courage, you know. So they get to the wizard, and this wizard's big ass motherfucking head, and, his big ass head talking, oh, I'm the great wizard. Who dares disturb me, like some genie shit, right? And so they all approach the wizard in reverence, humble, like damn near under prostration on their hands and knees. Oh, great wizard, great grand poobah, can you help us? And the wizard is like, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And then, one of them, Dorothy kind of notices like behind the curtain, she sees like some shoes and shit. She's like, who the fuck is that? She goes and pulls the curtain back into some little old ass man. And he's all like, oh, don't mind the man behind the curtain. The wizard's like, don't mind the man behind the curtain. And it reveals the wizard, the grand wizard, to be like this regular guy, a regular guy and stuff that we thought was going to restore us to sanity, that we thought was going to solve all our problems, that we thought was going to grant us the entrance to the secret gate to the king, And the funny thing about it is, they all bring their complaints. They all bring, their needs to this wizard because they came there with the idea that this wizard was going to fucking help them. And so even though they've seen that this big ass head on the screen isn't the exact truth, they still are there for a reason. They voiced their reason. And, they're like, hey man, we came all this way to find you. We fought through so much shit. We met each other trying to find you, and we believe you can help us. And the wizard's like, well, what do you need? And they're like, well, the scarecrow's like, hey, I need a brain. I'm tired of being fucking dumb. I'm tired of not having any imagination, And the wizard's like, well, I got this bag. Let me see what I got in the bag for you, bro. Let me check the bag. So the wizard fucking pulls out a diploma, right? And presents that shit to the scarecrow. And the scarecrow grabs the diploma and he's like, X plus X, A plus B, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. 1 plus 1 equals 2. And all of a sudden he's rattling off all these fucking things and shit. Like, nigga, you just got a diploma. It's like you just got a piece of paper with a string on it, a ribbon, and all of a sudden you smart. And it's funny because, like, that's real life. We only trust authorities that have the outfit, that have the diploma, that have that piece of paper on the wall. And we are very reluctant. I myself am very reluctant to trust somebody if they don't have the accolades or recommendations or accommodations that I think they should have. Like, I fucking really know what the fuck is going on. And if I did, then I shouldn't be asking what the fuck is going on. I shouldn't be seeking their expertise if I knew their expertise was actually in truth expertise and not just like some fashionable outfits, Real quick, I was playing basketball at Sunset Park years ago, and there's this dude, man. I had next, and I didn't have a team yet, and this dude, I see this motherfucker get out the car. This nigga like 6'8". This motherfucker got Jordan gear, everything, big duffel bag, couldn't play street ball and stuff. This is like 2000 when And1 was popping, right? And I was killing everybody on the courts out here. And I'm like, oh, let me get that nigga for everybody. Hey, bro, you balling? He's like, yeah. I'm like, you hooping? He's like, yeah. I said, hey, I got next. You want to roll? He's like, yeah. I'm like, ooh, nigga. And my homie show up. I got like, hey, I got this nigga like 6'8". He about to roll with us. Nigga got Jordan everything. He can definitely ball. He's 6'8". Bro, we play the game. This motherfucker get to double dribbled in my face. Then he traveled and argued the call. And it got so bad, bro. I stole the ball from my own teammate because the nigga was trash. He was a dump truck, right? So, looks can be deceiving. However, going back to the story, Scarecrow gets his his little diploma. He's all smart. Then they go over to the Tin Woodsman, right? And they get even crazier. Ten Wisdom like, I just want a heart. I want to love, right? The wizard like, let me see what I got in my bag for you. Reached in the bag and this nigga pulled out a motherfucking clock shaped like a heart and winds it up and hands it to him. And all of a sudden, he take the heart. He's like, oh, thank you. I love you all. And he's all in love because he got the clock shaped like a heart. You know what I'm saying? And he believed that that clock is giving him love. He believed that that clock gave him the ability to love. It's crazy. He had his reason now to show affection and to be joyous and free and really engage in the fellowship, you know. And so the cowardly lion come creeping his little scary ass over. It's like, oh, I want some courage and stuff, looking all shy and shit. And the nigga go in this fucking little bag and pull out a fucking, I don't even know if the shit was made out of gold or plastic. It could have been a Burger King crown for all we knew. And he gave the crown and put it on top of the king's, the cowardly lion's head on as a tilt, you know what I'm saying, with some swag. And the cowardly lion gets and all of a sudden this nigga got all kind of power and strength and courage and shit, you know. This nigga jumping up, stick his chest out. Like he been sipping on some Hennessy or some shit, man. He could take one more beer, I'll take you all on, right? And the funny thing is, he just got a crown. You know, it was some shiny ass shit. He ain't had no jump shot. This nigga didn't have no, it wasn't nothing. It was just, you know, some material. They're all getting this material and they think this material is giving them what they've already had. It's crazy, man, right? And then, so they go to, wizard go to Dorothy. She's like, is there anything left in the bag for me? And he's like, oh shit, I forgot you. Sorry, Johnny, I forgot you were there. You may go now, you know? And he's like, he empties, like, no, I'm sorry, I got nothing else for you. And she's sad and shit, you know? And he's like, well, maybe if, you know, maybe if you click your heel 3 times, you can go home, right? And it ends up, you know, she clicks her heels and he's like, the power, this is the most famous part of the whole movie to me. You had the power all along, Dorothy, you know? So my message is, you know, talk about Batman and, you know, where am I Batman? Am I Bruce Wayne? Do I got the mask on? You know, am I the Scarecrow? Am I stuck? Thinking for a way to unstuck me, you know, and maybe if I had a better thought, I get this thought from over there, or from over there, or from over there and stuff. And the bottle, and her, and this item, you know, by this activity, this action, this behavior is gonna unstuck me, you know? And then, you know, maybe if I had the love that I think I need, you know, the girl that I think I need, you know, then I'll allow myself to love, you know, when it's like, they're just ideas. We already, you know, the courage. Maybe if I had the nice, shiny fucking car, then I can pull up and get out and feel like I'm somebody and stuff. And it's like, you know, my brother, one of my good friends, he's a Mason. He said, remember, man, it's the suit that makes, it's not the suit that makes the man, but it's the man that makes the suit, you know. And the Wizard of Oz was the big ass head and turned out to be this old ass man. So appearances can be deceiving and shit, you know. And in the end, Dorothy had the power to send herself home by clicking her heels 3 times, you know. And she meets 3 characters, you know, and they all need 3 different things, you know. And it's like this power of 3 of me, you, and fellowship, God, you know, geometry for the Masons, nature, you know, a purpose, you know, A squared plus B squared equals C squared, which is the sum of the 2, you know, want plus action creates, you know, thought plus action creates. And I think that Wizard of Oz is a beautiful story, man, because maybe they're trying to tell us something. Maybe it's more than some kind of Hollywood play or some kind of little very intricately designed, you know, drama. Maybe the man that created that idea is just pulling from a already created idea. Who am I? What is my purpose? What is the meaning to life? Does it mean life when I get this? Does it mean life when I have that? Does it mean life if it doesn't mean that I'm me if I want this? Or do I already have within myself all the things that I need. I just need a reason and a way to bring it out, and every person meets somebody that adds to. One of my friends said, I'd rather fuck with people that add wood to my fire than piss on it, and I can still learn from a person who piss on my fire. Not to have a person that piss on my fire near my fucking fire. Really? Nigga, don't piss over there, and while you're over there, grab some wood, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's my little Wizard of Oz thing, man. I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I think it went really well. I hope you guys like it. If you like it, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. This is the Mental Ninja, and I do hope to post some more things. I'll probably make another video in a second. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.